So it's not morning anymore, it's afternoon. We had a rough night, but we'll explain that in a minute. Yesterday morning, after we spoke last, we woke up on the beach in Okarito, and we decided to go down to Franz Josef that day, so we went down there.
About 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
All the trees outside are buried in the snow. I spend my
I don't know if we want to pass them in
dancing with my own shadow, and it holds me,
I guess we'll go.
and it never
Go.
lets me. I move slow and steady.
Please obey all traffic regulations.
Yeah, I move slow and steady.
Our navigation doesn't like it when we go over the speed limit.
Yeah, that's at like 120, which is actually about 8, 7.
There we go. Here's an opening. So gorgeous. And started our hike from this huge trailhead. Like, there's a huge parking lot, lots of people there to see the glacier. But we went on the hardest hike that was there, of course, and that was the Roberts Point track.
It's about 11, 12 kilometers round trip, but a bit technical, a lot of scrambling over rocks, and about 2,000 feet of elevation gain.
Yeah, very technical. I think we did about 7.5 miles. Your tracker only said 7.1, but I think it was more.
Phenomenal.
So amazing. It's like a rainforest jungle. It feels like you're in Jurassic Park or something. And the rocks, it's very, very technical. I mean, you're slipping on rocks constantly because everything is wet. We didn't break any ankles. I fell only once, and that wasn't even on a wet spot. I just slid down a rock a little bit, and I caught myself with my wrist, but no injuries at all. But yeah, we made it up in pretty good time. I think our time ended up being like 4.5 hours, or close to 5 maybe.
If it's any indication, we never were passed by anyone, and we passed everyone.
We passed everyone we saw. We even saw people coming from the opposite direction when we were going up, and then we passed them on the way down. So
we were really looking forward to the ice cream at the end of the hike.
oh yes. So we stopped in the Franz Josef Township area, did some grocery shopping because we were running low on food, and it was pretty expensive at that store, but we ended up getting these Magnum chocolate ice cream bars, but they had honeycomb inside, and they were the most amazing thing. Some Australian man was like, oh, the honeycomb, you gotta get the honeycomb. So we tried it, and thank goodness he recommended it. So after we got done with our hike, we had a beer in the van. We just kind of rested and relaxed for a bit, and had our ice cream and shopped. And then we decided we didn't want to see glaciers anymore. We had enough glaciers. We were planning to see Fox Glacier the following morning, but we decided to drive further south to get a head start on the next driving section. And then the real fun began. We kept driving, and we were having a good time, like looking for spots. Best Coast. And we had our sights set on this campsite area called Lake Paringa, and when we got there, which was probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock,
At least, yeah. Maybe later.
we realized that you have to book online if you want a site there, and it was completely full.
And there's no cell phone
And we had no
service anyway.
service to be able to book it. So we were kind of scrambling last minute to find a place to camp.
There's a lot of questionable turnoffs off the road that we looked at to see if we could park the van there, but
Yeah.
nothing looked good, and it's starting to get dark now, and we're getting nervous
Yeah.
about not
And-
having enough time to cook dinner and have wine and have a civilized evening.
Well, I kind of was hoping to get dinner cooked before the sun went down, so I was stressing about that, and neither of us were on our best behavior. I was probably worse. But luckily David's good at handling me when I'm stressed. So yeah, we eventually found a place. We found a nice lookout spot right off the road. There was no other vans there or cars there. And we had this gorgeous view of this beach area way down below. It was like a cliff that overlooked this beach and lots of rocks out in the ocean.
We got there almost 8 o'clock, just at sundown.
Yeah, and so it was really pretty when the sun was going down.
Cooked dinner by headlamp light.
Yep,
We
cooked
had
dinner.
fajitas and zucchini cooked on the camp stove, and it didn't suck at all.
Oh,
And
it was great.
Really wonderful Pinot Noir that we found at the store at Franz Josef for what, $9 New
Yeah,
Zealand.
$9. It was
Which
like
is about
$6
$6,
American. That's amazing. Yeah, that wine was so good. We'll have to take a photo of the bottle. So yeah, after we had our dinner, we cleaned up, and then we just kind of sat outside under the stars, and the moon was rising, and I think it was a full moon last night, so it was just really pleasant. A little cold, but really pleasant to be outside.
You can see the coastline and hear the surf on the beach down below.
Yeah, and we were watching this sailboat out on the ocean away from the coast, and it was moving rather slowly, and we were postulating what they were doing out there and how fast they were going, and good conversation. We enjoyed each other's company. It was nice to wind down after we had had a little bit of stress trying to find a spot. And then we decided to go to bed, and
2 hours of fitful sleep.
yeah,
Then.
so last night, the previous night when we had camped near the beach or near the ocean, we had a lot of condensation in the van because we didn't roll down the windows at all. We didn't crack the windows. So we thought, let's crack the windows so that, we have less condensation in the van when we go to leave. Well, we did that, and it was a horrible mistake. Like, hundreds of mosquitoes found their way inside the van through the cracked window, and we just kept waking up all night long with buzzing in our ears, bites on our faces and our hands, and whatever was exposed. And so we're covered in mosquito bites.
But for
Not
the
to mention the
previous days-
sand flies that had bitten us before. Now we have mosquito bites on top of that, so we're just bitten up all over.
Well, we didn't know that they were coming in through the window, so we thought, maybe there's just a few pesky ones that had gotten in the van.
Right.
And so they just kept coming in all night. And by the morning, like, the whole roof was dotted with these mosquitoes
Yeah.
just waiting to eat us.
It was
It's
awful.
not fun.
It gave me the heebie-jeebies when we woke up. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
We got a bottle of off yesterday, which had like no effect on these
Absolutely
things. They just
no
ignored
effect.
it and bit us anyway.
Yeah. We gotta use DEET for the mosquitoes and maybe the off for the sand flies.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll figure it out, hopefully. But now we know, no cracking the windows, and we still had condensation in the van anyway, so
Yeah.
it didn't make any difference. But lesson learned. This is the kind of thing that you learn on a trip like this.
And then after the sun came up and we had some breakfast, it didn't seem so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell you later.
We'll tell you where
We
we're
don't
at
want-
tomorrow.
No spoilers.
No, but the name of this place is Thunder Creek Falls. So we'll explain tomorrow what we did today. But we wanted to take some time after we'd gotten through our mosquito mishap to just decompress from that before we got on here and spoke about our last day. Anyway, we will catch you tomorrow, and we need a sign on
We do.
with pointing fingers. Until next time.